let's talk about funding. I'd like to give you just a brief overview of how funding works for home education in Alberta. So we have several videos on our website with all the detailed information. So this is just a brief overview. So if you have a question about one of the things that I mentioned here, I'm pretty sure we have a video that covers it as well. This is just to give you kind of a quick rundown of how things work. So first of all, as I said, there is actually funding in Alberta for all of the students from kindergarten through grade 12. At the time of this video recording, kindergarten is a bit different than the grades 1 through 12, but we will keep that information updated on our website so you can always know what the actual funding amount is if you're looking to find that information out. Anyways, so the funding is tracked per family. So if you have multiple children, you don't have to try and keep things separate based on what you're purchasing for each child. The funding is a family funding amount, which makes it a lot more convenient when you're going shopping for all of your school supplies. Funding is something that you can receive multiple ways. One of the most common, I guess, for us is for reimbursement. So you can go and purchase your materials. Eligible expenses are reimbursed to you from us. If the other option would be through purchase order. We have videos on both of those things so that you can check out how to do that. But that's just two different ways that we can get you that funding. Unfortunately, we can't just send you a check for the full amount of funding. You do have to purchase something and then we can reimburse you for that item. We have a reimbursement form and all of that fun stuff, and all of that information is in one of our other videos, and our forms are all on our website. Something that is nice that we're able to do for you at and not all home ed boards are able to do this. When you submit your first reimbursement request, we can actually give you your full amount of funding. So whether you have one child or 4 children or however many children you're homeschooling, we don't have to split up that funding throughout the school year. We're actually able to do the full amount right at the first of the year or at the beginning of the school year. So you don't have to wait to submit things at different times because, as we know, most of us do our shopping kind of quickly into the school year as you're getting started with everything. Eligible reimbursements or eligible items we can also reimburse for purchased prior to the school year. So if you're going shopping or if you've found something on sale at whatever time during the school year and it's prior to September, that's not a problem. We can still reimburse you for those things. We don't have a specific, like you have to wait until September 1st or whatever to start making those purchases. So that is something that I know some school boards, if you aren't registered with them, you can't start purchasing things yet. We don't have that. We know that you have to start purchasing things when you see them or prior to the start of the school year for sure, because you're wanting to get started with your schooling. Another thing with the funding is anything that you don't spend this year does roll over into the next year. It only rolls over one school year, but in case you're getting to the end of the school year and you just haven't had time to submit those receipts or just didn't think about it or whatever happens, life happens, that's not a problem. The funding does roll over and then you can just submit the receipts and all of that stuff that upcoming school year and we can still reimburse you for it. So that's kind of the brief rundown of how funding works here in Alberta. Like I say, we have lots of other videos on our website that go into a lot more detail on how to do your reimbursement, your purchase orders, different items that are eligible or whatever. But if you have any questions, you can also just give us a call or send us a quick email. But there it is, kind of the short version, the Coles Notes version. Thank you for watching this video, and yeah, have a great day.